So, dear students, today we'll be discussing about one country, a country which had three head of the states in just 1 week. Very important country. This country is the third important, largest country in Latin America. Firstly is Brazil, second is Argentina, and the third country is Peru, about which we'll be talking today. Its capital is Lima. Its football team is very popular. It produces very important, very popular football players also. Javier Peridis, who used to be the Secretary General of UNO, belongs to Peru also. So just now I have told you, this country, Peru, saw the three presidents in 1 week. The first president, people liked him, but opposition did not like him. That's why they brought the resolution in the parliament and deposed him. Then the second president lathi charged his own people. His cabinet revolted, and under pressure he had to resign. The third president, parliament brought, who voted against the first one. Now, half of the politicians of their parliament are facing charges. The name of their parliament is Congress. They're facing charges of corruption and money laundering. People have come on the roads, and all the road streets are full of protests, and everywhere the people are protesting against the corrupt politicians. There is one town in Peru that is Machu Picchu. This Machu Picchu is the second largest destination of the tourists in the world after Switzerland. Why not many people visit this Machu Picchu? Because it had a signs of the one of the oldest civilization of the world, that is Inca. And it is on the second highest mountain peak, that is Andes. So now we'll go slightly in the history. I've told you about the geography. I've told you about its culture. Peru remained a colony of Spain for a long time. In 1824, it got the independence from Spain. It had a conflict with the Chile and Ecuador in the later years. For a long time, there was a military rule also. In 1980, civilian government was formed, but civil war began on the one side. It was civil government, and on the other side, it was Shining Path, a guerrilla group. Civil war continued for 2 decades, and in that about 70,000 people were killed. In 2001, civil war came to an end, and a democratic government was formed in the Peru. Peru started progressing, economy started improving, and Peru emerged as the strongest economy of the Southern America. Corruption continued, and stability in prices also continued. By and large, people were happy. In 2016, Pablo became the president. He won with the margin very thin margin, and the opposition leader Kiko Fujimori, his party was Popular Party Force. He got an edge and it started paralyzing the government. In between, there were charges on the Pablo of purchasing the votes during the elections. There was trial on Pablo, and in 2018, he had to resign. There was tradition of corruption charges on earlier head of the states in Peru. In Peru, parliament, along with president, they also choose the two vice presidents. And they are called the first and the second vice presidents. First president was Martin Alberto Vizcarra. He was made the president. More problems erected, that is, constitutional crisis. Since 1993, it had 5 constitutions. They changes the constitution from time to time. In 1993, constitution was brought in by President Alberto Fujimori, who was dictator and corrupt. Senate like the Rajya Sabha in India, upper house we can call it, was removed. Senate was removed, only one house remained, which became so powerful that it can remove anyone and can appoint anyone. As now, there was no other house. Otherwise, every country have 2 houses. Why 2 houses? For the check on the other. Like we have Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha keeps a check on the Lok Sabha. There are many bills we have seen in India which were passed by Lok Sabha but rejected by Rajya Sabha. So here there was no other house. So parliament emerged as dictator. Now parliament became supreme. In 2018, President Martin Vizcarra wanted to bring changes in this system. He suggested that there is need of reforms in judiciary and parliament. He got the support of people also in this. Opposition, which was very strong, was not willing to go for any reforms. Opposition wanted to appoint his own judges. In September 2019, Vizcarra dismissed the parliament. Parliament decided to remove the President Vizcarra, but he had a support of people and army. That's why he remained a leader. This issue went to the court. In January 2020, Constitutional Tribunal gave recognition to the suspension of the parliament. New parliament is to be sworn in. 26 January 2020, new elections were held, not for the president, but for the parliament, that is Congress. It consists of 130 members. President election is due in 2021. 22 parties participated in it. No one could get more than 11% of the votes. Fourth party became popular. In September 2020, opposition brought a resolution that President Vizcarra is bringing hindrances in the judicial reforms. Vizcarra was saved because people were in favor of Vizcarra. 80% of the people were in favor of Vizcarra. On 9th November 2020, another resolution was brought against the Vizcarra, in which he was labeled as a corrupt president. Voting was on the basis of insolvency, and out of 130, 105 voted against Vizcarra. He resigned, and interim president was made, that is Manuel Merino. Opposition leader and head of the Congress, he remained as a opposition leader and the head of the Congress also. On 12th November 2020, he sworn in along with his council of ministers. People revolted in favor of Vizcarra because he was a choice of the people. Protests were there even in the capital, Lima. President used the force to disperse the people. Too much of brutality was there. 12 ministers of Merino resigned just on the basis of brutality on the common people. Merino also resigned just within 6 days. He couldn't complete the 6 days even. On 16th November, Parliament appointed new president, that is Franco Sagasti. He's the third president in a week. He was one of them who voted against the Vizcarra, the first president. Parliament is hopeful that people will be cool, and people want the good governance because economic condition is miserable due to the corona COVID-19. And they are also fed up from the rampant corruption in the politics. Peru is one of the countries which is largely affected from corona. People want good leadership. For how long this corruption will continue, it is just the hope of the people, and people are considering that they might get justice in one or the other day, and let's see for how long their hope will continue. Thank you very much.